Yeah, we're going to just really see what this is here.
Keep going slow. Keep going slow. You don't have to hold it. He's got it. Sometimes on the level, the tail will hit before the nose comes free of the net. Just pick up on the tail, guys.
Something's wrong with it. Don't want to go flying.
Because that engine's going to be for sale here very shortly. It's in that area.
I just riveted them and I didn't fly them. I just riveted them real.
Now the studs are made those. But these hinges are going to line them up with a straight edge.
Huh? Feel that little tug with some more roll in? Yeah.
Surely can. There's another one over there, but you're welcome to put it over there and try an electric. That'll work.
Man, it's hot up there.
That's what Martin's saying.
I'm just sweating.
You should have seen what he unloaded.
Yeah. I like what he unloaded. Yeah, I think Martin, he came prepared this time, didn't he?
All kinds of stuff.
They're prosperous. It's still probably real.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have one big boat yet.
No aliens. So we pull up behind his police car, and he walks back there, and I roll down the window. And I said, "You seen any pilots?" And he goes, "No, but I'm looking for one." And I said, "Well, I flew that in." And then he gets real serious and he goes, "I found you down here." And he can't call in because all the lines are busy tied up with people reporting that there's an airplane on the highway.
I'm in Paris. Where are you at?
Oh, it was great. It was a little bumpy between Oklahoma and Arkansas.
It's a pretty bird.
We're that way.
Regular oil breaks down about 285. Maybe a little bit higher.
I just want to make it.
He is. Oh, you gotta be kidding.
I've got about 2 hours. Got a little lip.
Metal, wood look. Real?
So you build it up just thick enough.
Guys, you brought your guitar though.
That's it. Yeah, we've got a debut album ready to go. How you doing?
Rush Chairman Dan Glad to meet you. You know, you used to have one of the best looking airplanes on.
I know. It just went down the tubes.
What do you do to it?
Those are funky looking
What I do?
Look at those. Everybody's been working on them.
I've been working on my plan. Yeah, I couldn't get them done. I'm sorry, I couldn't get them done. This is the new high-tech, super speed wheel pan.
Well, it saves weight.
Like Nemesis.
Very lightweight.
It saves weight.
I couldn't get them painted. I'm all right. How you doing?
Is that a walleye?
I'm out of flying for tonight. It's other cylinder car. What other cylinder? Well, I'm missing one. I'm on run on 3. Oh, really? Yeah. Yep, I'm on run on 3. Yeah, I watched off Nemesis, so I've lengthened them that much. Put that thin.
In my city, I was going to go across the water. I couldn't get out. So I started climbing at 7,500 feet. And it went plunk, and then just started shaking. And I was on, was it Tyndall Air Force Base on an approach because the MOA was active and I wanted to listen for the was something again. I said, so many. I'm not going to make it out there. Now I'm starting to get worried. One of the reasons I contacted them was by myself.
Well, I just went to 70 farther. I know you've got a mountain.
I set first
You up in red.
Yeah. With that crosswind, I think either one of them would have been okay.
It's reasonable.
When you put this on,
It goes on.
Okay, because your cowling is.
Yeah, it's all inside the cowling, so you're bringing up all that hot air. Good.
Looks like your cowling is polishing.
Yeah, it always has.
Look like I might have a little leak up.
Well, I've got about 20 hours. Did he?
Well, he gave me the knife. I'm surprised you haven't been around to taste.
If it gets to 90 degrees, I ain't got any idea.
Yeah, I look like
Where have you? Where else have you done?
Homemade. So this is
Oh, yeah?
Where's the armadillo? The armadillo's in the first area.
You hate salmon? I hate salmon and painting too. It's just something you have to do to get that plane up in the air. You gotta go through it in despair. We're flyers, we are flyers in a plane we hold so dear. We are flyers, we are
foam, that's the last place you want it to start coming loose on the edges of the foam. That's where it starts. I learned it's real helpful to just go ahead and mix up more than you think you'll need. It's a whole lot easier to throw it away.
While he's doing it, and you all can't see this, all this is a real thin layer. All you're doing is wanting to cover all the foam, get down in all the goes into a porpoise
at about a 3-second rate. The nose will down. So that's your stall one. Just like on the canards.
What kind of?
It works as advertised. I don't work for the guy. I mean, it's going to help. It actually goes through the spar and sets on the block. The whole tube rotates. Mine goes through the spar and goes over the spar. Mine goes right through the center of the spar. You said your ailerons are rotted too? My ailerons are rotted.
Yeah.
Go all the way back to the park.
Crank it down if needed. There's a
I don't know where they got that at. I saw that on their webpage. I'm like, darn, we could have done that.
Yeah.
Going to be wall-to-wall people. I'd like to get in there and make city flyover, make you go fly over the city about twice and then return out here. So I want KR pilots. We'll get through as many of them as we can. Marty gives a lot of rides. Marty's got a blue brake line. We're going to have to see if we can get
rolled it around several times on the crankshaft between the prop hub and the crankshaft. That's what caused the damage. We tell this to people all the time. If they have a prop strike, they need to take it apart and look at it. And I'd say probably 90% of you don't believe us. So I want you to look at that to show you how important it is that when you do have a strike.
My name's Tom Crawford. Built a KR2 here. 262 Tango Charlie. Built it over a period of 22 months, 1,800 hours of labor. A lot of it in the finishing process. The plane is basically as the plans are. There's not been a lot of changes to it. I used all the Rand pre-mold composites on the top, RevMaster cowl. Used the Deal wing skins, the vinyl ester wing skins from Dan Deal. Went together really nice. It's a tri-gear, Dan Deal's tri-gear. It has a Type 4 engine, 2,400 cc's, figure about 85 horsepower. Turns an Ed Sturba prop. Right now it's 54-inch diameter and 48 inches of pitch. Enables me to get about 3,500 RPM in the air maximum. At that RPM, my top speed right now is almost 170. 75% power is about 150. Stall speed right now, with me and a full tank of gas, is about 40 miles an hour. Empty weight of the plane is about 640. It's got the stock fuel tank, 12 gallons in the header tank. The panel is just my own design, nothing special. Comm radio, standard instruments for VFR. It has a Mac trim system for the elevator trim that I can't say enough about it. It works really well. I originally used the Nyrod manual control and it didn't seem to work very well, so I took it out, put it in the Mac, and I'm very happy with it. One of the other mods that I did was my front deck I made removable with hinge pins, piano hinge pins. I can take that top deck off in about a minute and it gives you access to the fuel tank, which is also removable. Back of the instrument panel, and also your brakes and rudder pedals. Ignition on the engine, I use one slick mag, and I use a CompuFire electronic ignition running off a 009 distributor. It's what the little bump in the cowl is for the 009 distributor. The tail is stock, the gear is stock. Probably as stock as you'll find KR2 nowadays.
That creates some time for it. You gotta yank that motor out. I'm glad you're here in Perry. Want to hold this?
This thing doesn't even have any oil on it. No.
Must be leaking out the back.
Must be leaking out of somebody's oil can.
See, here's where you're seeing it right here.
Is that the one that was, is that the case that was welded up? Where did the case get welded up at?
I think somebody poured oil on the wheel pan.
I think he's got a problem. You go flat. You be the judge, man.
Where did you weld that case?
Get that pattern baldness there on the cow in that video.
There. You know, it smells kind of like transmission fluid, you know?
It looks like it.
You know?
You guys are full of it.
I don't even think that's engine oil, as a matter of fact.
I'm sure it's not. Where'd you get the transmission fluid, man? That's transmission fluid. I mean, how would you know that was transmission fluid, man?
You gotta check your oil there, dude.
You want to fly this home?
I brought you a drag here so you can check your oil.
Has it got oil in it?
Yeah, but it isn't that color.
Okay, I want all the culprits in crime over here in this picture. Who's guilty of this deal? Is this it? This is how my friends treat me. I don't even have any of them.
We're just keeping you on your toes there, Calvin. You need to be sure of where you're at.
Well,
but I tell you what, you do have one friend in this group, and it's old Virgil Salisbury. We had to actually, we had to smoke your wheel pant twice because he come over here and wiped y'all up once and had y'all cleaned up. We're going, what good is this deal?
I'm already cleaned up one of your minutes.
The parts you're looking at now are the forward header tank. It's an epoxy layup, and it's approximately 10 gallons. Most of the guys put about 10 gallons in each wing, 10 gallons in the header tank, so it's about 30 gallons max in the plane. The parts against the back wall are the stub wings, pre-molded wings. They're all high temperature epoxy pre-pregs using a Nomex type core. And in between those there's rib material that you actually cut your ribs to make the ribs for the pre-preg wing subsections. This is what you're looking at is a high temperature pre-preg sandwich panel that's used for ribs, and it's typical of the construction of the wings and top section of the KR2S. This is all cooked in an oven at 250 degrees for about 3 hours under a vacuum bag pressure, and it's all stabilized at that point. The inside core is a DuPont Nomex fireproof type epoxy core. It's pinned down on the end. That's the right top section and bottom of the new pre-2S wings. It's a actual, again, high temperature pre-preg Nomex core type. It's still RAF 48 airfoil, but it is modified and is a longer wing than the original KR2. It actually has the ailerons molded into it, which we ship cut out, pre-cut out. On the ground below us, we have the KR2S top section. It's the forward deck, canopy frame, turtle deck, and the bulkheads for the turtle deck and canopy frame. Again, almost all the parts for the KR2S are high temperature pre-pregs. The exceptions to that being the header tank and the wingtips, which are hand layup type parts. Okay, the KR2S pre-molded wings use a double joggle construction. Bottom skin goes into this joggle right here, and it's bonded with a structural adhesive, and then you come back and put 2 layers of tape to finalize it. One of the good features of this is it allows the leading edge, which is very critical, to be already pre-molded on the wing, and then in the top section, the first 40%, which is very critical in the airfoil, is very accurate. The original plug this was pulled off of was done within like so many thousandths of an inch. So if a builder really puts it together accurately according to the plans, he can have very close to the original RAF 48 airfoil. And this has been modified somewhat to give a couple features to help with the stability of the plane, and a little bit on the top end also, but still it has a very good stall characteristic.
Anyway, the good thing was that's the lacquer and the underlying primer. It hadn't shrunk that much when we ran the wind tunnel test. It was a lot closer.
That's a trip on the bottom? Yes. And it was back that far before it shrinks? No, it,
for that wind tunnel, you want it.
It's back to it's stripping it before.
You want it.
Well, this is in scale, too. Yeah. So I mean, you're talking.
I'm Monty Miller. editor and publisher and line boy of the KR newsletter. Right now I'm here in Perry, Oklahoma at the 18th annual KR gathering. As I mentioned, I edit the KR newsletter. It's a monthly publication devoted to the interest, the enthusiasts, builder, and pilots of the KR series of aircraft. Published monthly, we provide flight reports, technical tips, engine and airframe information. It's a subscriber-driven publication, so we're always needing input from our builders. We compile this information and disseminate it back to our subscribers. We're the largest aviation-oriented type publication in the world, with over 14 different countries and every state in the Union. I believe you'd enjoy reading the newsletter. Hope you'll give it a shot sometime.
But I was a little concerned when I was building it, since I made the nose longer. I was worried about cross gains and so forth. This part here? No. When it locks in. Hey, all kinds of tie-downs out here. What happened?
N number is 13706. I purchased the plane from Max Cocken of Harrison, Arkansas in October of 1996. The original builder was Frank W. Turbin of Phoenix, Arizona. Completion date 1982. Max did many improvements to the aircraft after he purchased it. One being most notably is the tricycle landing gear. It was originally, of course, the retract, and he converted it to tricycle. He put a new canopy on it and repainted it, and after I purchased it, I redid the engine and had the engine mount powdered. I recommend that to anyone that's interested. And the front nose gear I had powdered as well. Total air time on the airframe is approximately 267 hours. I would like to redo the exterior again. Part of the features that I like best about it is the tricycle. There's a little extra weight there, but I do believe it enhances the look and the size of the aircraft in appearance, at least. It's been running real strong. The engine is a VW 2180, and here's one comment that I like to make is I do believe in the oil filters. I put a remote oil filter on the firewall with appropriate high pressure lines. If anyone's doubting that, I would invite them to visit me on the next oil change and let me cut the filter open for you and take a look at that element. At least after the overhaul, it was definitely an issue. That element really opened my eyes to it. Another item related to that is I found a rod bearing that was quite deteriorated, and that's what encouraged me to put the oil filter on that. After seeing that rod bearing, it was a little scary. But I've had good success with the oil filter.